Hey there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CarterMatt.com.
This video is our first viewing reaction for the Expanse Season 3, Episode 12, entitled Congregation.
Yep.
This is our congregation. We are here to try to spread the message of the ring will maybe collapse on everyone and die.
Well, that was a good dark way to start this video.
Welcome to the Expanse, everyone. People die all the time. No, but we have reason to hope, but we'll talk about everything. But before we do, if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates.
Yep.
Let's just get into this.
Yes.
I think the finale is going to be all about these sort of stakes, but I don't
Yes.
believe that Season 4 is going to feature an entirely new cast and every single person we know will be killed.
No, people are going to get out of this. They have to. And I know that I've said before that this is a show that doesn't mind killing people off, but
Yeah.
I don't think that they're going to kill off their entire cast and that this is a graveyard where everyone's just going to be done, and we start the new season with the ring is ruling everything and there's no people left.
Really is one ring duel and all then.
That's right.
But okay, well, really, I think the fundamental question is the ring good or is the ring evil? Like, that's what I feel like fundamentally what we're really looking at here.
I don't feel like it's either. I feel like it's kind of almost like Holden said, that it's just a pathway through, that these guys are just sort of anthills on the way through while it's building its roadways to try to find itself, and that they're not there necessarily to be like, let's attack these people, that it's just they're insignificant, they just don't matter, and they're not there to be bad to them, they're just a thing in the way of moving into what they want. This ring is so huge. We saw the behemoth, which is incredibly enormous, go into this thing, and it was like a speck compared to this ring and how huge it is.
I think it's all about the bigger picture, I think, with the proto-molecule. I mean, not that I can even pretend to understand it, but I feel like it is moving towards some sort of larger goal, and I don't think it views humans as necessarily like, okay, they don't matter at all, because I don't think Proto-Molecule wants to destroy this entire solar system, but I think that warning that they sort of gave Holden, I think it was that, a warning. I don't think he saw, a star exploding for no reason, and the only star that's going to matter to Holden is the sun.
Absolutely, and that's true, but I don't think that they're there to kill everybody,
No.
and I don't think they're there to not kill everybody. I think they just have a purpose. The proto-molecule has its purpose, and it's going to go through with this purpose no matter what the cost is. So if people die, that's not the purpose, but if it happens, it has to happen. And now that they've thrown out the nuke, this other guy's thrown the grenade in the chamber, I'm
Yeah.
sure the proto-molecule is just getting pissed off now and is kind of like, okay, we weren't going to be aggressive, but you guys are throwing nukes at us, you guys are throwing grenades at us, you guys are trying to attack us, now they're talking about cutting the ring with the beam. Like, I think the proto-molecule's maybe just been like, you know what, we've had enough.
I have a bone to pick with Ashford. I tried to give you all these compliments about how, you were listening to Drummer, how you guys were, like, building a bridge, and you basically, like, pulled out the chainsaw, and you just, like, buzzed your way through whatever sort of bridge. Like, Drummer is not dead. You are not king. You do not get to make every single decision.
That's right. You're just keeping the seat warm.
Drummer and her, like, new magic legs are gonna come up there and kick your butt after all of this, because...
Yes, mechanical legs.
Yeah, I mean, really...
How amazing was that?
Okay, I think I have still solidified that Drummer is once again the Black Knight, because she's like sitting there with no spine, and she's like, nope, I'm fine, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, watching her, she's rebuilding a spine, just like, nope, this isn't happening, and pulling herself in the gurney and making herself legs. She is the strongest character.
Well, okay, let's say define. I mean, physically, yes. She's also
Yes.
pathologically insane.
But she also has a spirit that is
Yeah.
not going to be broken.
I mean, I think it's one of those sort of things where Drummer is like the ultimate feast or famine character, where either all of this works out and she becomes like universally beloved by everyone on the Behemoth, just as she is
And us out here.
yeah, just as she's like universally beloved by the entire Expanse fandom, or she just like does something and ends up like hurting herself worse and then dying because she didn't let her spine heal.
No, I don't think so. I think that she's just the character that cannot die, and I'm here for it.
Okay,
Now that I've said
I
that,
know,
I know we have one more episode, but come on.
we have just cursed her incredibly, but
No, she's such a fun character.
Yeah.
Watching her walk around in those mechanical legs was a blast. I love that she was not taking that. Nothing is going to stop her, not even her own body.
yeah. Well, I mean, she was looking a little way. I mean, we have to thank, sort of Jerky Ashford in part for some of this because, he's got Naomi back on the ship and
Yep.
this is giving him an excuse to sort of puff his chest out and be like, how dare you? And sort of, if you want to get what you want, you have to fix our ship.
Well, I understood what he had actually said to Drummer
Yeah.
when he was kind of like, listen, you let our engineer go.
Yeah.
Like, this is a bad situation. We needed her. But I understand where Drummer's
Yeah.
coming from too. Well, we're not going to keep her prisoner. This isn't a ship full of prisoners. Either you want to be here or you don't.
Yeah.
But now that he's got her, he's gonna put her to work.
I also have
It's not prisoner, but it is tit for tat.
This is my question, though. Why is she the only engineer that you have, apparently, on this entire ship? Because this is, like, an enormous ship, and, she wasn't even originally with the whole Nauvoo operation that Drummer had going on, so...
I'm assuming there's other engineers, but there's just no one like Naomi.
I guess so. I mean, otherwise, Ashford's got to, like, get on LinkedIn or something and see if he can find himself some new engineers, but...
I feel like the pool is limited.
Clearly, but, ultimately, though... Naomi ends up being in a position where she can be in that scene with Drummer where, this is Naomi's engineering. This could be her, like, eighth wonder of the world here of, like, building Drummer legs this quickly.
Can we just talk a minute about how great their friendship is? I really like them. There's just something very genuine ever since they first met and Drummer's like, hey, you want to play some handball with me? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And there's just a really nice connection with them. So when Naomi was saying, look, I'm really sorry that this is happening for you, that moment where Drummer's just like, don't, we're on a different plane together on this. Just help me get through it. Be my friend. Help me get through it. Let's get this back on track. And she was like, all right. I really like that moment between them.
Yeah, it was nice, and I think it's also just nice because you see Drummer give, like, the big rousing speech, and you would probably think, oh, she'll be unreasonable to any other perspectives, but she's not. Like, she's very malleable. She will listen. She will sort of adapt based on her circumstances. And all of this has a good ending for Naomi in that she gets to see Holden within his cell and get to hear a little bit of his story. I mean, probably not realizing fully that, like, Melva, the person responsible for a lot of this, is, like, nearby in another cell.
That's why that moment was so good, where he's like, hey, I'm James Holden. What are you in for? And she was just had this look on her face like, oh my God, I've gone through all of this to try to find him, and now here we are, and it's like this. Oh, the irony.
Yeah, hey, we know what Melba's superpower is now. It is like the magic bite that, like, gives her powers. Who would have known?
Yeah.
This seems like a very odd innovation. Like, can you imagine going into Shark Tank and being like, hey, sharks, guess what? I have this thing where you bite on it and it gives you powers.
Mr. Wonderful would absolutely buy into that.
Okay, don't keep this away from Mr. Wonderful at all costs. But yeah, it's a odd innovation, but I mean, I guess it works, or at least it did work because it seems like they've sort of found a way to block it out. So yeah, Melba can't do anything now other than just like sit in her cell and
sulk.
Yeah, sulk and like laugh in some sort of weird fashion when she finds out that Holden is her cellmate.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's interesting that she got here in the first place because at the start of the episode, we had the real meeting of the minds between Amos and Anna as to what to do here. And
Yeah.
by the way, give me more of these two in a scene together. Like, it seems like Amos actually kind of respects her.
Yeah, there is something there with them, or at least with him.
Yeah.
Like, he does seem to have either some sort of an interest in who she is and what she's doing, or why she's doing what she's doing. Like, that moment that she was sitting with that man who had passed away, and Amos was basically like, he's dead, right? And she was explaining why she was still there, and the sadness that was still in her, that he started to kind of have that bit of an understanding with her, where instead of just kind of being like, man, well, whatever, walk away, be like, you know what, I'm gonna go and get you food.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find a way to help you through this to get to the other side.
Yeah.
And lasagna helps it all. No, I'm kidding. And there's probably not lasagna going on here, but
There's always lasagna going on.
But it's the same sort of feeling to it. Him saying, I'm going to go and get you food, made it feel like he knew that there was more that he could do for her.
Yeah, and it was just, the evolution of Amos this season has been, like, incredible.
Yeah, it has been.
Like, the relationship with Prax, everything that sort of built him up there, I think that opened up new pathways for him, and I think we're seeing that sort of flesh itself out now with Anna. I mean, unfortunately, Prax is not here to really see it, and he could have been like, this is my handiwork in action.
But we are, and it's not all Prax, it's
Yeah.
a lot of Prax, but I think it's also Naomi and Alex and Holden and that relationship and their crew and their family that have come together. And then you throw Prax in there. And so now he's able to get to this point where he can identify things a little bit differently and see people a little bit differently.
There's one thing I don't know how to say it's not great. It's just, I feel like Alex has sort of just been, like, kind of sidelined a lot in these past couple of episodes where he's a part of the crew, but we aren't really getting much of anything from him.
Yeah, it's true. That's why when Naomi's like, oh, we're all gonna go and, stay with the ship, he's like, no, this is not a thing that's happening anymore, because he does get left with the ship, and that makes sense. He is the captain of the ship, or not the captain, but he's the pilot of the ship, and this is his girlfriend, and he loves the ship, and him and the Ross have a special relationship, so it makes sense to just be like, okay, stay with the ship, and we'll be back. But it was nice for him this time to say, no, I'm not. I'm part of his crew, and I want to come. Yeah. And I'm going to come, so deal with it.
Slight fear that somebody may hijack the Rossi in the time in which they're all off the ship, but...
In normal circumstances, yes, but everybody's moving at the pace of 7 months of travel. Yeah. So, if somebody wants to take the ship, they're going to be taking it very slowly.
Yes, I'm taking the... No, okay, so... Christian is another sort of interesting variable right now, because we're not seeing very much of Christian.
Yeah. Where is she? No, I mean, I know where she is, but like... Why am I not getting more? And I understand why I'm not getting more. I don't even know why I'm saying why. I understand why I'm not getting more. This is all about everybody who's stuck in the ring right now. I'm just saying it because I love her character, and I miss having her, and I miss having her energy, and I miss having her little snippy comments at people and dropping the F-bomb on people, and just how sharp her tongue is. I really have been missing it.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a cool little batch of episodes. It does feel very different from a lot of the rest of The Expanse for kind of these reasons. We kind of have a lot of people bunched together. Christian's not really there. I mean, we are getting to see more of someone like Drummer, who was sort of kind of in and out recurring for a lot of the show beforehand. But, no matter what storyline you're looking at, I mean, it is nice that entering the finale, we sort of have like one unified thing, which is... Are these people actually going to survive, or are they going to basically just fall on their own swords thinking that they're, getting communication out and that they're saving the rest of the human race, when in reality they may not be doing that at all?
Well, yeah, and they're in such a difficult position because they really don't understand what the ring is or what it's
Yeah.
doing. The only person that has information kind of is Holden, and they think he's crazy, so they're not really 100% believing it. They're believing little pieces of it, but it's all kind of, they don't really know what they're up against. So yes, they have this plan that they're
Yeah.
going to use the laser and try to cut the ring, but are they really, what's going to happen? Nobody actually knows.
No, that's part of the great glorious mystery that is going on right now.
Yeah.
But, alright, well, we'll tie this video up, but we will be back soon to talk about the finale, and we will have made it through. We have watched a lot of The Expanse over the last month, but
Yep.
it has been an enjoyable voyage. We hope you guys have liked these videos, and for now, let us know what you thought about episode 12 when you first saw it, and if you like this one, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the Carter Matt store, and we'll see you here next time.